In the small, dusty neighborhood of Ashfield, young Liam Carter spent most of his days with a battered football at his feet. The concrete streets were his pitch, and the cracked walls of an old factory were his goalposts. Liam had one dream: to play in the Premier League. Life in Ashfield was tough. His father, a mechanic, worked long hours to keep food on the table, while his mother juggled jobs to make ends meet. But no matter how hard things got, Liam never lost sight of his dream. Every night he'd sit by the radio, listening to commentary from Premier League games, imagining himself wearing the jersey of his favorite club, Ashbourne United, a team that had fallen on hard times but still held a place in his heart. At 15, Liam's talent was undeniable. His speed, vision, and flair drew crowds whenever he played in local matches. Scouts whispered about his potential, but opportunities in Ashfield were scarce. The turning point came during a local youth tournament. Liam's team, the Ashfield Hawks, made it to the final against a team from the wealthier neighboring town of Ridgefield. The Ridgefield side was known for their polished players and fancy kits, but Liam had something they didn't: raw passion. Would you like me to continue the story or adjust any details? The match that changed everything. The day of the final arrived, and Ashfield's pitch buzzed with energy. The makeshift bleachers were packed with families and fans, shouting and waving banners. Liam stood in the center of the field, wearing his faded Ashfield Hawks jersey with pride. Opposite him stood the Ridgefield team, taller, stronger, and decked out in gleaming kits sponsored by a local business. From the whistle, Ridgefield dominated. Their passes were crisp, their moves precise, and within 15 minutes, they were 2-0 up. Ashfield's heads began to drop, but not Liam's. He clapped his hands, shouting, "Keep fighting! We've got this!" Just before halftime, Liam seized his moment. He intercepted a pass near midfield, weaving through Ridgefield's defenders like a whirlwind. As he reached the edge of the box, their towering goalkeeper charged forward. Unfazed, Liam chipped the ball over him with the delicate touch of a seasoned pro. The net rippled, the crowd erupted. At halftime, the score was 2-1. In the locker room, a dim, cramped space with peeling paint, Liam rallied his team. "We're not just playing for ourselves, we're playing for Ashfield. Let's show them who we are." The second half was a battle. Ridgefield grew frustrated as Ashfield's defense tightened, and Liam seemed untouchable. With 10 minutes left, Liam struck again. A free kick from 25 yards out curled past the wall, kissed the crossbar, and dipped into the net. 2-2. Then, in the dying moments of the game, Liam received a cross from the wing. With a deft touch, he controlled the ball, turned, and fired a volley into the top corner. 3-2. The crowd erupted, and the referee's final whistle was drowned out by cheers. Ashfield had done it. The call that changed everything. As the celebrations spilled into the streets of Ashfield, a man in a tailored suit approached Liam. He introduced himself as Michael Donovan, a scout for the Ashbourne United Academy. "Liam, you've got something special," he said. "We'd like you to come train with us." Liam's heart raced. This was his dream. But it wasn't without its challenges. The academy was in the city, far from Ashfield. His family couldn't afford to move, and traveling back and forth would strain their already tight budget. That night, Liam sat with his parents at the kitchen table. His father spoke first. "We'll figure it out. If this is what you want, we'll make it happen." And so, Liam's journey began. Each day after school, he'd catch the bus to the city, train until late, and return home exhausted. But he thrived at the academy. His coaches were amazed by his determination and ability to adapt. Within a year, he was captaining the youth team, scoring goals against some of the best academies in the country. Would you like to explore his rise through the academy, his struggles balancing family and football, or perhaps his first taste of professional football? Liam's time at Ashbourne United's academy was grueling but transformative. The competition was fierce, with dozens of talented players fighting for a chance to make it to the first team. Early on, Liam struggled to adjust to the intensity. The drills were more demanding, the players faster, and the coaches less forgiving. But every setback only fueled his fire. He woke up earlier, stayed longer after training, and spent hours watching footage of great players, his favorite being Thierry Henry. "You have to think 2 steps ahead," his coach often said, and Liam absorbed every word. Despite his rapid improvement, life at home was growing tougher. His parents juggled extra shifts to cover travel costs, and Liam often skipped meals to save money.